It's June 5th, 2024. Yesterday, because I upload this on YouTube and then I put it on a Facebook account too. I'm trying to get these idiots to stop. Realize how stupid they are. Like in Harville on Friday, everybody feels bad. We found out this is a big drug scam to cover up attempted murder. This whole thing. They said she's a rape victim. It's like you're slow, right? I told you, two guys showed up within the first month or two of the case. This is a bet between two gentlemen. One bet that he could push her to suicide, be so cruel. The other one bet he could make her give up everything in life and have other people participate. They're drug lords. They're fighting over this area. And they're using her as a pawn. A pawn's a con, a scam. This whole thing's a scam. There was a guy showed up by January of 19, maybe before. Big fat guy, long grayish white beard. Told people he was a psychiatrist. Okay? And said it was a social experiment. They were seeing if they could drug, beat, rape, and murder people in front of people, and if people would go along with it. And it was a social experiment. The drug dealers wanted to see if they could turn the United States of America into Moss, where they drug, beat, rape, and murder people in front of them, and nobody will say anything or make fun of them, just like the Nazis did. That if they could turn the civilized United States citizens basically into animals, people failed their experiment. They did it and went along with it. They wanted to see if they could take over areas, and if someone would tell them. See, they even said the one drug lord bet he banked everything that nobody would do the right thing. He banked everything. That means bad. That no one will do the right thing. Had a guy show up. The only way to beat him is to do the right thing always. And gave me a big lecture of no matter how the road twists or turns, make sure that you do the right thing. It's the only way to beat them. Because the big con is that the FBI, that Agent John stole my money. They give me my money, the con's over. Found out the one drug lords, where we all work for the King from Texas, we are his men. He sent us here to help. Dave hired us. Look up the King from Texas. He's a fentanyl king. U.S. military, Iraqi translator went into dark web malware, hacking of the case. Get it? Fentanyl king. There's real people. The other drug lord I found out is a Russian. Two old Russians actually show up before I leave Dave at Walmart 62 and actually says his first name. He has his men watch me. Okay? They're human traffickers. That means child molesters and serial killers. People have been helping the bad guys. In the first case, people were all for me. Everybody knew I was innocent because all my family defended me. Mel got caught telling the kids to lie. And the kids stating on Thanksgiving they made everything up. Del Flora, they were games of pretend. And they wanted a house for Auntie Sean Papel. Okay? They're documenting me, jokes by the police. My whole family defended me. People would show up because they came up and said they were selling the lock-in for $25 a pop. It went nationwide. M13's actually live streaming. It's on Google, live streaming protected custody cases. It went across the nation. I had people clear from Washington State, California, Texas, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Michigan, Buffalo, New York, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Illinois, Tennessee, Kentucky. A lot of them were either human traffickers or drug traders, but there was really good people that showed up. And then good people would come into stores. Karen can go shopping with us. The Apostolics can go somewhere else. They're not having her. They may be killing other people, but they're not going to have her. She's almost died to save her family. And people would say that. And they would fill restaurants and stores. Friday up in Hartville in Subway, I went in there. Some guys come in. We found out this whole thing is a drug scam to cover up attempted murder. I heard she's a rape victim. It's like, you're slow, right? Hiring a hitman. Somebody to harm somebody or kill them is a 10-year sentence. They get harmed as 20. They die as life. It's premeditated murder. What they call attempt of capital murder. You planned it. Then we got drugs, we got kidnapping, we got assault with a deadly weapon, we got rape, we got human trafficking. Sextortion, where they Photoshop the shower scene. Attempt of extortion under it. And selling kitty porn to my grandkids going potty. Life in federal without parole. Now, everybody go online and report this. That's the only way you stop them. They think they're going to take over this area. What's going to stop them from being in your home? And these people attack you. What's going to stop them? They even told you guys a few months ago that if she ever moves out of this area, they'll have to tell the local police the drug cartel she's running scams on people. It's a drug scam. They keep telling these people over and over it's a big drug scam. That the August 22nd, 23rd, Officer Mark over my case told a lady, now this is funny, did her ex-husband defend her? Yes. We taped him. So did I. Did anybody ever talk to her? No. Then they had to frame her. It's been documented and verified she was framed before. Was it the drug cartel? Yes, we've seen him. So who framed me? The drug cartel. That's who Dave had in my home. Okay? Run a big drug scam for him. And it's documented and verified. It was a medication error that made her sick before. And another woman was even using her insurance. She's like, none of this is funny. I know it's not. Yesterday in Walmart 62, okay, some lady was telling some people, don't say anything to her. We found out that somebody said that she was mean to him, and she didn't even see him. And somebody else said something mean about her. So they let all this happen here. None of this is funny. That agent, because somebody said something mean about her, and then somebody else said that she was mean to them. He let all this happen. None of this is funny. Out in Alliance and Lowe's, some guys came in. They found the tape of my son defending me. They have a tape of all my sons defending me. Police has my whole family defending me, including Dave. Mel telling her kids to lie. Kids stating on Thanksgiving of 18 they made everything up. And they wanted the house for Auntie Shaw and Papa, and that they were games of pretend. They have Flora re-ratting them out. My other granddaughter, how they made everything up. They were games of pretend to people. To these people admitting to drugging me and telling me to say it before. To photoshopping the shower scene, photoshopping all their lies. And then laughing at the FBI for falling for it, June 7th, 23. Daring them to fix it July 9th, 23, arrogant bastards. Start thinking how not funny this is. Turn them in. Because what's going to stop them for being in your home, doing this to you, and then setting off a hate crime to steal from you? Nothing. Unless you stop them now. Oh, I found out the person that said I was me to him was that lying Katie. It was Precious. The one that made up all those crazy stories before her and her mother when I didn't even see him or talk to him. Besides, I seen Katie twice in the mall and said hi to him. With Dave. Walking by. You know, she walked up and, you know, going in another store. It's like, oh, hi. I was raised better. I was raised better. And her and her crazy mom making up all those stories in 2010 and 11. Just like when Dave and I went out of state for our 25th anniversary, my mom said Linda called down and talked to Pam and said I had left the country, or not the country, but I had left the state. And Dave had to go look for me and bring me back. He drove. It was our 25th anniversary. We went to Virginia. Just like I have Dave taped that he had never had anybody in the house before, and he was laughing. He said, I said, well, you know, that time when you swung at my head and chased me out of the house, I never seen anybody. He starts laughing. Karen, there was never anybody ever in that house. I was just being mean to you. That crazy Katie told people that I caught him in bed together, chased her around the bedroom with a knife, out the house and down the street. My God, I started laughing. It's like I didn't even see anybody. And I would have went to jail for that. That's nuts. That's why when we walked in to Macy's, and that old lady came up to me and kept telling me I was in denial that my husband had left me in 2011. It's like, ma'am, he never left me. He goes to work and comes home at night. And we're going back and forth, and she wouldn't listen to me. Then when I was working at Wood Forest, I'm standing there talking to Dave. She comes up, I'm glad you came back to Karen. And he said, I never left Karen. I said, Dave, that was one of the lies. You left me. He said, ma'am, I never left her. I said, ma'am, I've tried to tell you everything that they said has been a lie. Everything. She said, I don't care who you are in the church. You can't lie like that. Okay? So we walk into Macy's one day, and I'm like, Dave, are you cheating on me with that girl? He said, Karen, she's pathetic. Making up all these stories that a married man would leave his wife for her. And I said, Dave, are you cheating on me? He said, Karen, I'd rather kiss a cow's butt than that fat, ugly heifer. Well, I start laughing. And he just did it to diffuse the situation. We're in the back of Macy's by the purses. She's clear down this mall at Ashcroft. No. Can she hear him? No. And it was his joke, and all I did is giggle. Okay? And where she's making up crazy stories, I made him walk on the other side of the kiosk. So she couldn't say anything if we walked by. Okay? So if she found that out, he told her to stir the pot. Got the idea. It was him manipulating people. But yeah, her and her mom told all kinds of crazy stories, like where I went to Francis. I said, what's going on? Why are these people telling crazy stories? Well, Mary hates you. I said, why would Mary hate me? I haven't seen her in 8 years. She said, is that what's going on? She smiled like the Grinch that stole Christmas. I said, what's going on? She's like, you don't know? No, what? Never mind. Just like where they were telling these crazy stories at Blaylock's. I went over to his church 2 times in 2011. Some lady walked up. I heard you got into it with Katie. I only said hi to her twice in the mall with Dave. Is that what's going on? I said, what's going on? You don't know? No, what? Never mind. I hate that game. They were lying, feeding off each other's attention to someone they just decided they didn't like. And they would just make up crap for each other's attention because they're pathetic. They have nothing better in their life to do than to feed on somebody. Well, we live in Stark County. There's 350,000 people. I have nothing to do with their church since 2003. Been 8 years. And they're sitting around making up shit. Just like Jim Pritchett goes to Blaylock's. He said Brother English would be over, he'd work with him and say I was drunk, drugs, crazy. Come to church, you're fine. It's like I haven't seen him in 8 years. Just sitting around making up shit on people. I'm going to upload this, but yeah. They are pathetic. I call them the Pinocchio group, the liar, liar, pants on fire cult. My niece Heather said one day they'll learn it's wrong to lie on people. They just sit around making up shit for each other's attention.